Welcome to Nomad Media, Automotive Tales. We tell vehicle stories, a little bit of history, and some unique and personal experiences. Let's get right into it. And today we have Stanley self with his 1966 Chevy C-10. And Stanley here, I met Stanley, it's been a while now, I think, about a year and a half.
Yeah, at the car shows.
No, we met at Billy's.
Well, yeah, but we went, that night we went to the car show in Moulton.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yep, so we met a while back at a show in Moulton. Maybe I'll show a picture of that here or something like that, you know, but we drove out there and you'll see his other car, really cool, very unique. We'll get to that in another episode in the future some point, so stick around for that one. But yeah, he just kind of showed up in Billy's yard. And if you don't know who Billy is, check out his video in the description down below. I'll have it linked. But for now, let's get to talking about this patina, perfect patina, you know, clear coat patina, 1966 C-10, man. Let me just hand it off to you. Tell us your story here.
Well, I have a lot of history with this truck. I actually first rode in this truck when I was 12 years old. A gentleman by the name of Mr. Abel Hicks run a service station, which was located right here in this parking lot behind us. Yeah. And he bought this truck new at Abercrombie Chevrolet in Hartselle, which I don't guess you've ever heard of it.
Definitely not.
Abercrombie Chevrolet was the oldest family-owned Chevrolet dealership in the state of Alabama when the government helped out General Motors and they shut it down.
Oh man!
But it was in Hartselle, Alabama, and it was family-owned. And this truck was purchased there on the back bumper. It's engraved in the back bumper, Abercrombie Chevrolet, Hartselle, Alabama.
I tell you, and there's not many places around today that you'd be engraving anything in the bumpers because you can be pushing it into plastic these days.
Yes. Well, there wasn't no plastic in this truck.
Oh yeah, this is a full metal monster right here.
But Mr. Abel Hicks bought this truck new, and he run the Gulf service station here. And I actually went to work for him the summer I got out of the 7th grade. I was 12 years old.
And did he still driving this truck at that time?
He was driving this truck. It wasn't 2 years old then.
Oh man.
And I actually got off the school bus at the service station down here every day. And he carried me home in this truck every night when we closed.
Oh man.
And so I worked all the way through high school for him, you know. And then he drove the truck till he died. And when Mr. Abel died, his wife didn't drive. And so my daddy lived next door to him at that time. And so my daddy bought the truck. And my daddy drove the truck till he died in 1991.
Okay.
And then my little brother got the truck, and he was driving it and just driving it to work and back. And the front end got to wobbling on him. And he thought the front end was wore out, and he parked it. The truck sat parked under a tree in his yard for a good 10 years. And that's where it got all this lovely patina on it at.
Well, man, I tell you, like, in all honesty, mentioning the patina here, so I don't know, I might get skewered for saying this or whatnot. Patina has not ever really been my favorite, personally. But
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it doesn't look good. It's just on my own personal vehicles, I it wouldn't be something I chose, but the patina that you have on this truck, it does look really good, and I think it's really that clear coat. I haven't spent too long staring at this truck because honestly, out of your vehicles, I think this is the least amount of time I spent with one is with this truck, because I know I've
Yes.
looked at your other ones pretty thoroughly, or at least pretty good
Yeah.
at this point, but I think it's this clear coat that's getting me on it, because I'm like, it looks really good. Looks really good.
Well, out of my vehicles, and you know all of them, and we'll get to them later on
Yeah.
in other episodes.
Assuming you
But
still want to talk to me after this.
but I have actually had more people talk to me about this truck than I have the other ones.
Okay.
I drove this truck to Dollar General down here in Neel. I went in the store, picked up a couple of items. When I come back out, and I parked in the back side of the parking lot. When I come back out, there were 8 people down there walking around my truck looking at it.
Well, one, I bet you were very nervous, but two, it's like it had to make you feel good. Like,
Well,
oh man.
you know, that's what I love about these old vehicles is driving them to places like that and letting people see them.
Well, you know, I'm right in that same boat with you. Like,
Yeah.
my car never stays sitting up long. It's like, nope, I'm getting in it. Even though I can put my foot in the gas tank, it doesn't really go anywhere when I do it. But, you know, I have so much fun driving it around.
But my little brother had the truck. It was sitting out in his yard. People were stopping by all the time. If you've got an old vehicle sitting in the yard, you know,
Oh, yeah.
people's gonna stop and try to buy it. And so his wife got to threatening to sell it to the next person that stopped.
Gosh.
And so it was obvious that he wasn't going to do anything with the truck. So I went and got the truck and carried it to my house and parked it under a shed. And it sat there for 2 years collecting dust. And one pretty spring day, sun was shining bright, I drug the old truck out and took the pressure washer to it. And I pressure washed it and got it cleaned up. I stepped back and I looked at it and I said, you know, I'm gonna get that truck running and I'm gonna drive it just like that. I'm gonna shoot it with clear coat, and that's what we did. When I carried it to the body shop, I told the body man, I said, I don't want you to fix a spot of rust on it. I don't want you to knock a dent out of it. All I want is it shot with the clear coat. And that's what he did for me. And it has turned out pretty good. But you know, that was my get-go from the start. I was gonna leave it like this. And I took I put a set of tires on it, and lo and behold, that stopped the front end shaking. So it actually just had a bad tire on it.
Oh, man. Okay,
That's
so
why my little brother parked it. But my little brother's a little tight with money, and he wasn't going to spend no money on it.
yeah.
And so he had parked it. When I pulled it out and cleaned it up, I started right then working on it. I had a friend of mine who's Paul's Towing here in Hartsville, Alabama. I had Paul come and get the truck, carry it to his shop. He worked on the old engine. We actually got it cranked and running, but you couldn't pour oil in as fast as it was pouring out the rear main.
Oh, gosh.
So I told him, I said, snatch the engine out. So I pulled the original 256 cylinder engine out. It's straight six. I pulled it out. I carried it to Twisted Performance Machine Shop in Russellville and let Morgan build me an engine. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Morgan at Twisted Performance, but it's a gal.
I haven't, but I think I need to. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, I got me a little old truck sitting in my yard too.
She's on YouTube. They're a racing family,
Okay.
and they own a machine shop. And I seen a YouTube of her introducing herself, and she said, "I am Morgan, the owner and engine builder at Twisted Performance Machine Shop." And she's got a lot of videos of her working on engines.
Yeah.
But we built that engine, put everything in it new. So this truck has a brand new 6-cylinder engine in it.
About when was that? Like what year? Do you know?
It was about 2 years ago.
Okay, so 2022, give or take.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And but
So it lasted a long time before you got it then, because
oh
if it
yeah.
was still running when you got it from your brother.
Well, I think it was rebuilt one time
Okay.
when my daddy owned it.
Yeah.
He had to rebuild the engine.
Mhm.
So it's bored 30 over,
Okay.
but it was the same engine that was in it, and that's what I wanted to do. I know you're not this big on original, but I'm real big on original.
So yeah, I'm not that big on original or anything, but you need to see the truck I got. Like I'm gonna try my best to keep it as close to original as I can. I do have to touch some things up, like I'm gonna put some disc brakes on it, mostly because the ones that are on it currently, or that were on it, the original ones, they're not really coming back ever. And same for the rear. Like I'm just gonna get it out of that 411 gear range and get it down into the 3s somewhere, just so that it's a little bit more reasonable to drive, you know?
Yeah.
Because I tend to drive mine a lot further than I think you probably do as well.
Yes.
So it is a little bit more ideal for me to upgrade certain things like brakes. But I need to get you to see it though. Like it is going to stay close to the original, something you'd probably
Yeah,
like more.
I would enjoy that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't really drive that far. I'm a half a mile up the road, and I do take it out and drive it around, some of these country roads just to bring it up to temperature and exercise it a little bit. But
That's what these old
I don't
vehicles
go
need.
too far. This one is 3 on the tree,
Okay.
and so
You know, I've never driven a 3 on the tree. I think I told you that before, and I forgot. I didn't know, either I forgot or I didn't know that this was a 3 on the tree, but I'm like, I actually haven't ever driven a 3 on the tree. So.
And for those of you that don't know what 3 on the tree is, it is a 3-speed on the column.
You beat me to it.
And so I actually took me a while to learn how to drive this truck again. It's been so many years. That's what I learned how to drive in.
It's not common either, so obviously.
And that's one thing I don't have to worry about. I can leave this truck sitting anywhere. Nobody's gonna steal it because can't nobody drive it no more.
Well, we say that, we're still very careful about it. Don't come trying to jump in our trucks.
I normally keep the keys in my pocket, but
Every now and then, maybe.
and I love showing it to kids who's never seen 3 on the tree before. So
That's one of the things I think that what makes me and you so friendly with each other. It's like we have such a common viewpoint on our vehicles. It's like, man, we're like, just drive them as much as you can. Like, let the kids have fun with them. Like, they ain't gonna hurt anything worse than I could hurt it myself. So.
yes, absolutely. I enjoy the kids. I mean, most car shows people want. I put the kids in it and let mamas and daddies take pictures of them acting like they're driving them, and I mean that's a big part of it for me. Is seeing the young people enjoy it.
Well, I know when they get to see your cars too, it's like, oh, race car.
Yeah.
So let them get in the driver's seat of the race car.
But I've just really enjoyed this old truck. Had a lot of fun out of it. People love to see it out. I drove it. I had it sitting down here at a little cafe over my shoulder here called Paige's Place, and lo and behold, on Facebook, all of a sudden a picture of my truck showed up sitting in front of that cafe, which I think Brian's gonna show it to you.
Yeah, I'll show the picture just here somewhere. So, you know, it'll probably be over the whole thing. So.
But, you know, it's just somebody stopped at the stop sign, seen it, and took a rather professional looking picture of it.
I know, and I will say that picture is very impressive too. And the way that they did just everything set up, it gives that good. Now, for me, I'm going to say this, but you've got at least a couple of years on me here. It's like, it looks like one of them old timey photos to me. And it's just framed up just perfect.
Yeah,
know?
when Paige framed and matted it, you know, she put it in black and white.
Yeah, and it just, so it works.
It looks like a real old picture.
Yeah.
But that's really kind of all I got to say about the old C-10.
Well, man, I tell you, let me ask you a question then. Since you've had this thing back, well, since you got it from your brother.
Right.
He got it from your dad.
Right.
Your dad got it from, I forget the guy's name, but on the Gulf station.
Mr. Abel Hicks.
Mr. Abel Hicks. So it's 4 owners then now, from what I'm counting.
Yes, basically, yes.
You just drive it around here. Like, you go to shows, you have a good time in it. Have you tried taking it to any bigger shows ever? Like, have you ever put it into like World of Wheels or something like that?
Oh no, I hadn't. I had never went to any bigger ones. I've just showed vehicles locally.
Yeah.
You know, we've been to Moulton, been to Priceville. Not this particular truck. The only place I ever showed this truck's right here in this where we're sitting now. We had a car show Labor Day before last. We done our first car show here at Shady Grove Baptist Church.
Yep.
And then we done another one the Saturday after Labor Day this year. And we had 175 cars out here on this field.
I know, and I've been here the last 2 years. I don't know if that puts me at the first one.
Yes.
Okay, I've been here the last 2 years.
You've been here to both of them.
And this is a very good and very fun show. Like, it's wonderful. The people are great that put it on. They have entertainment, food, drinks, like pretty much all you could ever ask for. And we're in a nice green field too. I know y'all can't probably see all this. There is a pan shot in this video though, I know, because I'm doing it on purpose. But after the fact, but it's nice green grass. So you ain't got to put up the hot asphalt.
Yep.
But I'll try to link Shady Grove Baptist Church's car show in the description if there's any type of Facebook page or something that I can find for it. And if not, you can watch my community tab on the YouTube channel. I'll definitely post it coming up for next year so that the information's there. That way it's there. So.
Well, you know, the first car show we did here, it was just kind of a drive-in. We didn't have all that. The second car show was really planned. But we had about 60 cars show up for the first one. And it was just all of a sudden I think they passed out flyers at, I know one car show, they was passing them out at Priceville. But you know, it was something that come up real quick. But then this last one was a real good car show. It was planned out and organized and had good entertainment and good food.
It was really fun.
The church fed everybody for free.
Yep. Yep.
And so
can't guarantee that every time because I don't know them that well, but they did feed us for free the last time I was here. So take that for what you will. But the Elvis impersonator was wonderful.
Yeah,
he was wonderful.
Well, the whole group that was singing were just very impressive.
It was great. It was great. They had a whole just lineup of people down here sitting, including myself at one point. Now, you know me, I like to run in my mouth a lot. I'm walking around talking to everybody, so I don't sit that long. But well, how about we get to hearing this good old truck run then?
Well, there ain't nothing special about it, but we can fire it up and.
We like to hear the little ping pangs around here, you know.
Okay.
So, all right, let's get right to it then. And there you have it, folks. Stanley Self and his 1966 Chevy C-10. Man, this is such a cool truck, and you know, it's one of those things. It's like the way that I want to describe it is, this is a high flyer truck in terms of like a car show that's flying under the radar, because you have it out there going to shows, but you're not going to those big shows and things like that because you've got other cars for that, you know, like that you'll take somewhere, you know. And I like it and I get it, because it's like you've essentially grown up with this truck since it was brand new. You've always known it's there. It's such a fun story, you know. But that's probably my favorite thing about it, man. Like outside of knowing you, you know, because you're great. So let me just hand it off to you. Is there anything that you might like to tell somebody out there that may be watching this?
Well, not only have I grown up with this truck since I was 12 years old, you know, it's been in my family a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know, I mentioned I got it from my little brother. He just wrote me out a bill of sale as a gift where I could put it in my name and put it back on the road. So, you know, it's been in my family a lot of years, so I just want to keep it rolling, keep it going.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. But Stanley, I greatly appreciate your time here and taking the time to talk to me. You know, well, it's wonderful knowing you, and I'm hoping to know you for many, many more years.
Well, I've enjoyed it.
Unless I ticked you off today, and then it's like, well, people out there will get it.
No, I think we're good, and we've got some more vehicles to talk about in the future. So.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Well, with that, we're gonna see you in the next one. You stick around to find some of them videos, and also check out Paige's place. You know, I'm gonna get y'all an address in the description below. Come out here, get you some good food. You know, they're open on the early weekdays, I think, early morning weekdays. Come get you some good old food out here in Neel, Alabama. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
At the next car show.
And there you have it, folks. Be sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.